everyone, welcome back to another 1v1 battle. This time I am bringing in the vampire counts led by Ghorst, not on his unique corpse card, because I don't think I've ever actually seen him off that thing. So yeah, that's Hellman when you don't have him on the corpse card. He has I guess a cool looking sword and a really big staff. I've never really noticed that before. But anyway, my army here consists of a front line of mostly skeletal warriors. In the middle we have the renowned skeletal warriors and then also the stearnsmen. Behind them I brought 3 fluffies because I'm facing off against the beastmen and I wanted them to be able to handle gorbles. I also brought a group of the blood knights. We have a unit of skeletal spearmen back here and another skeletal warrior right here backing up the main line, and then a mortis engine just because. I brought the Winds of Death spell on Ghorst along with his White King, or not White, yeah, White King summon and the invocation of the heck. I thought with the Winds of Death maybe we could just, because I never use it because I think it's kind of too powerful, but I was like, you know what, let's give it a shot. But there really isn't much of a front line to Winds of Death here. This opponent brought an odd army, well, a different army than what I usually see. We have 2 gore herds, 3 razor gore herds over here, 2 gore bulls, and a minotaur with great weapon, a beast lord on a chariot, and an a braid shaman on a chariot as well. Don't usually see these people mount on chariots, and then they also are escorted by a centaur with great weapon. So a lot of kind of like heavy hitters for their army, not much in the way of like fodder, like you normally see a lot of ungore spearmen, but not in this battle. So I even put Ghorst on the left side so that I could just kind of move him up and then just Winds of Death down the line of ungore spearmen just to kill them really quickly. But there's really no point in really doing a Winds of Death in this situation. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to summon our White King, which I don't think I've really ever done before. Maybe once, because I don't usually bring Ghorst. But anyway, the Break Shaman is going to cast the Manticore spell and just go right through these skeletal warriors, followed in by the 2 Gore Bulls, and the Beast Sword is also nearby, along with these Minotaurs with great weapons. I'm going to be moving in the Fluffies over there, along with the Blood Knights. On the left side, the 3 Razor Gores are going to punch into the same skeleton warrior. They weren't really spread across the line kind of evenly, which is not the best thing. But they're also now going to kind of get on the Mortis engine. The Fluffies are going over here and trying to fight against some of the Gore Bulls, because this is what I brought them for. I brought them to just handle the Gore Bulls and the, well, I guess Minotaurs. But then I see this Amber Wizard over here, so then I was like, well, you know what? I don't want to get any more spells, so let's just kill this Amber Wizard. So we're going to very quickly deal with this Amber Wizard with the 3 Fluffies over here. I'm going to leave 1 Fluffy to chase this Amber Wizard off as it's routing, and then the other 2 are going to stay over here with the army. Meanwhile, all the Gore Bulls, the Beast Lord, the Razor Gore herds, the Minotaurs, they are all going down my line and going after my Mortis engine. Was not ready for this because all of these units were just over here on the right flank. My Blood Knights, I think they handled the Centaurs with the assistance of the Skeletal Warriors. But yeah, so now all of a sudden all these Gore Bulls and Minotaurs are over here on my Mortis engine. I'm trying to run it out. I'm trying to save up enough mana to cast the Invocation of the Heck because I spent all my mana trying to summon the White King, which let's actually pause it real quick because I don't really ever see this White King. I wonder if he's different looking. The unit card for the Summon White King is different and honestly looks cooler than the one that you bring. Is that different than a normal White King? You know what? I honestly don't know. Like they both have capes. I think they both have the crowns. Maybe this is the same unit model. But anyway, that's the one that we summon. And he comes with all of the abilities that the White King has. The it's Foe Seeker, Deadly Onslaught, and the other one, Heroic Killing Blow, I think it's called. But anyway, he's over here trying to protect Ghorst from all of these nasty Gore Bulls. My Stearnsmen are coming over here. My Skeletal Warriors from our right flank are now moving over here, along with the Blood Knights going to be moving over here as well. There go our 2 other Fluffies, because the other one is chasing off the Amber Wizard, and they're going to get into these Gore Bulls, who are now competing or fighting with my White King, and are going to be chasing around Ghorst. I'm very actively microing Ghorst in this later half of this battle, just trying to keep them away from these Gore Bulls and the Minotaurs as best as I can, because he will die pretty quickly to the Gore Bulls. And I'm trying to also stop them with any Skeletal Warrior that's nearby. My Blood Knights back there were rampaging through these Razor Gore herds. And anyway, my 2 Fluffies and the White King are going to try and get on these Gore Bulls and try to stop them along with the Manticore as I'm just running Ghorst around, running for his life, as I figured would happen in a matchup against Beastmen. I knew Ghorst was going to have to run. You can see we're getting some decent hits. This is the Fluffy that went off to chase the Amber Wizard. Or, sorry, not Amber. I keep saying Amber because I've seen him so many times. It's the Brace Shaman. My bad. Amber Wizard and the Brace Shaman share the same lore. That's why I keep calling him Amber Wizard. The Beast Lord is over here just rampaging with the chariot, and actually has racked up a lot of kills in this battle through just rampaging over my skeleton warriors. Helmet Ghorst is now all the way over here embedded with these skeleton warriors, just trying to hide from the Manticore and the Gorbals that are nearby, and the Minotaurs, which I think are still barely holding on. No, they're actually just starting to rot right now. Beastors still there. Manticore is coming down. There's still 2 Gorbals that my people are trying to deal with. You can see we are punting one off over here with the 3 Fluffies and the White King. And the other one is over here, who's going to get on Helmet Ghorst again, along with the Manticore and the Razorcore herds over here. So now I'm going to try, and you can see me giving active orders to move Helmet Ghorst that way. Just trying my best to keep him away from these people. Here come 2 of my Vargulfs to try and hold him off to allow him to escape. You can see he's almost on the edge of death. But he is going to get out of this engagement right here and get through over here. I'm bringing skeletal warriors just to put bodies over here. Anything I can do to separate Helmet Ghorst from these creatures. One of our Vargulfs is chasing off this Minotaur because he was routing, and I don't want them to come back because then they can, you know, pop potions. And anyway, but at that point they routed off for good, so I'm going to bring the 3rd Vargulf over here, and it's at this point that my opponent, I believe they say GG, and then they are going to leave the game. The Beastlord, I think, was close to death, but was still alive. They still did have the 1 Gorbal, the Manticore, and I think a Goreherd that was still over here, but maybe just rerouted. And I guess they decided that they couldn't win it. But at the end there, they did kill Helmet Ghorst. His body, I think that may be him. Or is that the White King? I don't know. Looks like a White King, actually. But anyway, good game to my opponent and the Beastman. Let's take a look at the kill count. So yeah, at the very end there, they snagged Helmet. He managed to get an invocation of the heck off once, and then summon the White King, which we're not going to be able to see what the White King did here because it's a summon. But the Skeletal Warriors, I wasn't expecting much from them other than to hold, and they did. Skeletal Spearman got 11 kills. The Stalkers got 32 before they were nearly wiped out, but they survived to the very end. 51 kills with the Discernment, 65 on the Blood Knights. They assisted in killing the Minotaurs with great weapons, the Centaurs, and then Razorgore herds. And I think I said that briefly on the Gorbals as well. Now, while they are anti-large units, they're still not super amazing against Gorbals, just because Gorbals are so easy to run out of sticky situations, and there's only so many Blood Knights that can surround a Gorbal model, so I typically don't send the Blood Knights there if there are other large creatures to take out first. That's what the 3 Vargulfs were for. They were there to kill the Gorbals. My poor Mortis Engine got just crushed by the 2 Gorbals, Minotaurs, Razorgores, and the Beastlord. Look at this Beastlord, 142 kills with that chariot that they were on, just going in and out of the Skeletal Warrior formations. It was pretty good. Gorbals, again, shut down the Mortis Engine, which was really good. The Gore herds got some decent kills, so did the Razorgore herds. But they were kind of charged all in one unit. They should have probably been spread out. And an easy way to micro that is if you just group them all into one group, lock the group, and then right-click on my army. They will automatically go to different targets. That's a way to minimize micromanagement that is needed. And then the Minotaurs here, 45 kills for them. The Brave Shaman did manage to cast the Manticore, but I was pretty quick with the Vargulfs to rout them before they could do any other nasty spells like Flock of Doom. That's what I was thinking of. Flock of Doom. That's what I didn't want. But again, a good game to our opponent, Nyrag. Let's take a look at the more cinematic view. So initially, I was moving my army over here so that our left flank was going to be kind of pretty close to this little center lake thing. Because I noticed that, you know, with the 3 Razorgore herds, I didn't want them running around our lines and just smacking our units in the back as the Gore herds held them in the front. So I was trying to cut the opponent's cav off on this way. Very small army from Beastmen. Decided to be very elite as Beastmen go, mounting both of their heroes on the chariots here. Each one of these chariots, I believe, cost 350, so that's an Ungore Spearman herd that they could have got. The 2 Gore herds here, while okay, especially against skeletons, I would probably substitute them out for the Ungore Spearman as well. So if they got rid of the chariots and these 2, then what is that? 4 different Ungore Spearman herds that they could have got out here, just to get some more numbers to kind of hold my skeletal warriors at bay. It's probably what I would have done. I feel like the Beastmen, listen, Ungore Spearman herd aren't amazing, but I think they're a necessity for the Beastmen, just as bodies to throw at the enemy force. But anyway, here we go, the initial charge of Centaurs, Amber Wizard, or sorry, I did it again, Brave Shaman, and Minotaurs. But we're going to countercharge with these Blood Knights and the Vargulfs. These Centaurs are not going to last long against the Blood Knights. That is like the exact opposite of the matchup that they want. Especially if they do not get the charge off, which they did not do. So yeah, normally I bring 2 Vargos, but against the Beastmen, I felt like I maybe needed 3. Look at these Minotaurs just literally walking over all of my infantry. Like, they're not even being stopped. This isn't even a Gorbel, it's just a normal Minotaur. You just can't stop them. Look at that. Literally trampling over everything. Meanwhile, the Beast Sword's just over there destroying my Skeletal Warriors. That Mortis engine did not last long. I think it dropped just as my Invocation of the Heck went down in this area. So I was trying to save it, but I needed more mana. So yeah, Helm and Ghorst wasn't really much of an impact in this battle, other than running away and summoning a White King, who is somewhere around here. There he is. War of the Giants. They're still just trying to get Hellman. Hellman just like, run! Again, he really didn't do much in this game. He's not exactly a melee hero. Blood Knights had to come over here and save him. You can see the Gorbel is still trying to get to him. He was moving against those Blood Knights for a bit. There goes the Minotaurs routing off. Three Vargos over here just non-stop punting this Gorbel around along with the White King. And then I was like, we're done here. Just leave the one to chase him off. Look at that. He's just trying to move, but he can't. Oh, the puppies. They're here. They're angry. Not even the Gorbel can just walk through a Vargol. And I think right there, the very last moment, it's as if my opponent was waiting to just finally finish off Helmet before they would concede. Which I totally understand. Bravo, you did it. The Beast Lord came in with the final blow. Look in the animation, just like I'm dead and frozen in death for all eternity, and the puppies are just so angry. It's so cute. Look at those little puppies. Where was that White King? He should have been around. I thought I had him around Helm and Ghorst at the end to protect him. I don't think he died. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for watching this battle, everybody. Helm and Ghorst, not a very impactful character, especially since I didn't put him on his corpse cart this time, because I just wanted to see him without a corpse cart. And now I have. And now I would probably always put him on his corpse cart, because that's really the only thing that makes him is the unique corpse cart that borrows things from, well, a normal corpse cart and then the Mortis engine, and it just combines them into one. But he's also a bigger target too, but still. Goodbye, Hellman. You're not really that amazing of a character, at least not in multiplayer. Have a good day, everybody. Take care. Cool chariot, Beast Lord.